r/AskReddit by Redmond ETS. What job pays you to do literally nothing? Third shift security guard. Easiest stuff ever. Just don't get caught sleeping. Knew a guy who worked at a General Electronics place. He was a typical retail dude but got promoted to be a repairman in the back. He got no extra training, was just told to do what he could, and if he can't fix it then refer them elsewhere. He didn't know jack about repairs. He would be on his phone most of the day, and when someone brought him a broken phone he'd try to turn it on. If it didn't work he handed it back. He spent most of his time on his phone in the back. Not a bad gig. Lol, reminded me of a friend that got a job working as a traveling technician for high-end lab equipment. He said literally he just goes around, restart the machines and tinker just a little bit to see if it's something minor that was causing issues. Anything that requires actual work he just has it sent back to the main office for the pros to actually fix. He said it's nice because he basically travels around the country, just spends a couple of hours working, mostly travel time, and then he's sightseeing the rest of the day before flying home. I was the white guy for a company in Southeast Asia. I had no job responsibilities. Just turn up and sit at my desk and read it all day. Occasionally I'd put a suit on and go to the owner's fancy meetings in restaurants and not say a thing. Or turn up at some building project. I mostly took Xanax and slept on my desk or snuck over to the bar next door. Professional white man. In China I had a side gig to be a white guy at various places. I would just pretend to be working for a company when tours and investors came through. I guess a Chinese company looks more successful if there is a white person. Then there was the sitting on the stage looking important during inevitable presentations. No actual work, just 5 to 30 minutes of pretending during a work day. Other than that you do what you want. Just be well groomed and well dressed. Sometimes I was told to be on the phone pretending to be making an important deal. Got business cards and everything. My last job. Technically I got to send faxes and open the mail, but that was an hour of work tops. It was mostly watching YouTube and being bored out of my mind. Professional sleeper. You're hired by mattress and blanket companies to test their latest products before they go commercial. How do I get that job? You gotta be good in bed. There's also professional appliance testers. My company had people on payroll who tested out high-end entertainment equipment and audio. It wasn't a livable wage, but we had metric tons of college kids who signed up. I left that company before social media and smartphones were a thing though. Congress. Those dirtbags make millions a year to do absolutely fudge all. If you're high up in the tech world you get paid tons to do nothing. Just became an IT manager, and I don't know how all this happened. I'm doing less than when I was in customer support, where I couldn't waste more than 5 minutes or I'd get in trouble for low performance. Now realizing, firsthand, why stuff is screwed up and people are pissed off. Security guard for a non-famous rich person's house. Had an unofficial gig doing house sitting for a rich friend of a relative. Was paid decent money to live on the property, walk around the land a couple times a day. Dead quiet at night and a pretty big space with no one else, so I can't really say it was relaxing. Firefighter at a rural, but paid, department. Most of my day is napping or binge watching stuff on my laptop. The pay is abysmal though. My ex-husband did this when we met. It was great when he was single, he basically lived there, covered whatever shifts, and made bank. When he was no longer all but living at the station paying bills became a challenge. Graveyard security. 90% of the job is downtime, 9% move along sir, and 1% holy fucking shit. The most boring job in the world until that 1% happens on your shift. Possession support operative for railways, United Kingdom. It's a lot of training and your first few weeks are heavily mentored, but after that it's a bit of paperwork, a little walk, up to 10 hours doing nothing in the middle of the night mostly, where you can watch stuff on your tablet or phone or eat or conduct fatigue management, take a nap, then go for another walk when told and do home. Sometimes over Christmas, New Year, Easter and so on you might just turn up and wait or be told to wait at home in case you're needed. On these days, you get double time and a bonus. Made £2,500 and like for days for Christmas Eve and Day and Boxing Day, then New Year's Eve, and I did nothing. Had a normal festive period. Only thing I couldn't do was have alcohol, which was worth it. Olympic swimming lifeguards. Also that one guy that stands near the entrance every time. They are essential. There was an incident where an athlete did not surface and the guard got her out of there in a flash. 9 times out of 10 nothing happens. They're not hired for 9 out of 10. Most of the React YouTubers. I don't know if this is still a thing, but NASA offered a small fortune to anyone who would spend 1 month laying down and doing nothing. From what I remember, it was to study muscle loss. The last time I was at Walmart, there were old people sitting in chairs by the gardening exit, presumably to check receipts or stop shoplifters. But company policy is not to try to stop shoplifters, it is dangerous. So they were all just sitting in their chairs and playing on their phones. I was like, get that bag, Nana. You old as hell and deserve to play Candy Crush on the billionaire's dime. I know some guys who are security guards in gated communities where there are only a few houses, and they've never seen any action in all their years. One guy reads books and has read every classic novel I could think of. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.